back to Andy&Han. This week for our video, we're going to be talking about what I eat in a day. Andrew's going to be joining me in a second. He's going to eat some of the food that I make to show you guys what I eat in a day. I haven't made this video in a while. I've gotten a lot of requests for it, but I haven't made it just because what I eat in a day really does change every single day. I'm not on a specific diet. I don't eat the same thing at the same time every day. I have tracked my macros and tracked my everything that I eat, my caloric intake compared to my caloric deficit, like getting my caloric deficit, all that different stuff. I did all of that last summer, and I did kind of like a shredding type thing. Basically, I cut down a lot, but I actually ended up losing muscle during that period, and that was not what I was going for, what I wanted. So, because I was just burning so much at the gym, doing a lot of cardio, a lot of weights, not eating a lot, and my body was kind of eating away at itself, and I lost muscle, which was really sad for me because I want to gain muscle. So I ended up changing up my diet, and it worked. I'm going to basically explain to you what I eat on a typical day for breakfast, some snack ideas, what I eat for lunch, and what I eat for dinner. Normally I eat a pretty big breakfast, and then I'll have a couple snacks, maybe a protein shake after a workout because I normally work out in the morning, and then I will eat a medium to very light lunch, and then I'll have a couple snacks, and then a pretty average sized dinner, and then I go to bed. So I'm going to give you guys some ideas of what I normally meal prep or eat during these meals, and then some snack ideas as well. So starting with breakfast, there is basically I try to incorporate eggs in almost every single breakfast I make. So I will do an egg scramble with tomatoes and bacon, or I will do a fried egg with toast with avocado, or I will just do avocado toast without the egg. And then maybe I'll put some bacon with that. I'll do breakfast tacos sometimes. That's a big thing that I can meal prep with sausage, egg, and corn tortilla. Maybe some avocado on that as well. So proteins, carbs, fats, avocados, fats. Egg is protein, and then my Dave's Killer Bread whole grain toast or partial grain toast, depending on what I have. I'll do the power seed one or the grain one, depending on what I'm in the mood for. That's my carb. So I pretty much get all the macros, and like not my daily intake of macros in breakfast, but a good amount of them in my breakfast. I make sure I have a big breakfast. Sometimes I'll do a banana and egg. Sometimes I'll do yogurt and granola. It really does change every day depending on what I'm hungry for, what I'm in the mood for. And then I'll do a protein shake normally because I'll work out after breakfast, or I'll work out before breakfast, have breakfast, and then do a protein shake. I have protein powder and milk. That's my typical go-to. And then when we talk about lunch, I have a very light lunch. So sometimes that is basically either chicken and avocado or some steak. And then maybe I'll do, I like to make burgers, and I'll just take like the raw burgers from the store. I will fry them in a pan, season them, and then I'll just dip it in some Dijon mustard, and it's so good. And that's what I might have for lunch, or I'll do a mini frozen DiGiorno pizza. That's really quick, and it's a lot of carbs. If I know I'm gonna work out later that night or the next morning, I'll have that. Or I'll do cheese, crackers, and tomato sauce, kind of like a mini Lunchables, but a little bit healthier, not too much healthier, a little bit healthier. And then sometimes I'll do a sandwich, sometimes I'll do homemade pizza. It really just depends. And then for dinner, I have like a medium to average dinner. So sometimes I'll do like the mini DiGiorno frozen pizza, like I said before, for lunch. Sometimes I will do like a homemade chipotle bowl, so like rice, beans, steak or chicken, and then some like tomatoes and guac and stuff like that. Sometimes I'll do breakfast for dinner, I'll do breakfast tacos. Sometimes I will do cauliflower soup, or a stir fry with cauliflower rice, or trying to think what else I have. Sometimes steak and sweet potato. It really does change every week. I like to keep different varieties of foods in my diet because that makes me not crave things so badly. So it really does change all the time. That's pretty much what I have, and then some snack ideas. I'm not a huge fan of nuts. I used to eat nuts, like honey roasted peanuts a lot. I don't anymore just because I ate them so much that I stopped liking them. Oatmeal, a small amount of oatmeal is a good snack. I used to eat that all the time as well, like a year ago. Stopped doing that because I ate it too much and then stopped liking it. And then yogurt and granola is another good snack. Cheese and crackers is a good snack that I have. Sometimes crackers and peanut butter. Sometimes have a banana. sometimes like a mini little thing of Cheez-Its, not super good for you, but fast carbs. And then sometimes it'll be, I'm trying to think what else I have. I also have like Halo Top that I'll maybe like snack on a little bit, or sometimes I'll get the H-E-B's, our local grocery store. They have a queso, and then I'll have a little bit of queso and chips. But all of this is in small amounts. So all of my snacking is, I do snack, but I snack in small amounts. Portion sizing is a big one. For most things, you can use your hand or your palm for portion sizing. If it's more than that, most of the time you're overeating whatever it is. So when it goes to snacks, like most of my snacks aren't bigger than my hand. And then, or like I'll do like a protein bar or something like that. So like I switch it up a lot, but those are some ideas for you. I'm also gonna show you in the kitchen some of the things that I would just make on a day-to-day basis. Some for breakfast, some for lunch, and some for dinner, and some snack ideas. So I hope you guys will enjoy this little bit of a cooking I'm about to do. Guys enjoyed watching this video. I hopefully gave you a little bit of ideas for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. When it comes to dieting and fad dieting and all these different types of dieting, in my opinion, from my experience, I'm not a registered dietitian, but I am a National Academy of Sports Medicine certified personal trainer. They do have different basically like chapters and stuff that you have to go through, and on the exam for your certification that talks about dieting and protein and fats and carbs when it comes to macros, stuff like that. And they go over different fad dieting and different types of dieting, what's good for what, everything like that. So based on my experience, what I've watched people do, what I've read, what I know, fad dieting is really not the way to go. The best way to go when it's talking about eating is to do a bigger breakfast, average size lunch, average size dinner, and healthy snacks in between. 2 to 3 cheat meals a week is what I incorporate in my diet. I work out so much that my body needs that fuel, it needs those carbs, needs protein, needs fat. So it really, and mainly carbs. So it really needs that to keep going. And I lift a lot. I'm going for a lean bulk, so I do want a little bit more carbs than maybe a normal person would. But I do incorporate those within my diet. That way I also don't overeat and overindulge. If you're incorporating like 1 to 3 cheat meals a week, then you have plenty of food to look forward to. You're not worried about starving yourself. When it comes to fad dieting, mostly it'll last maybe a week to a month, 2 months if you're lucky, lasting on a fad diet. And I'm talking like things like keto, paleo is a little bit better for you, kind of more getting into that lifestyle, but it's still kind of challenging to keep up with. And then some other ones, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Diets that are popular, I'm looking up online. Paleo, low carb, cabbage soup diet, Atkins, keto, South Beach, zone, grapefruit, juicing, and there's a million and one. Paleo can sometimes be a good lifestyle one. It does get challenging if you actually want to stick to it. And then the rest of them, I would throw them away. I mean, if you do it and it works for your life, great for you. I personally wouldn't recommend, because you want something that you can like take with a lifestyle. You don't want something that you're gonna try to do for a week or a month or maybe 2 months and get this diet and this body. It does not work like that. And then what, after the 2 months, you're either gonna keep up with it or you're gonna gain that weight back and go right back to where you were. So my best advice would be to look at your food, look at your lifestyle. You know what's healthy for you, you know what's not healthy for you. It's very simple. You want to eat more natural things, so like salads and meats and fruits and vegetables and nuts and fats and all those different kinds of things. You know they're good for you. So mainly my diet is home cooked food that I know is going to be good for me. If it has a little bit of olive oil, or if it has a little bit of sugar or salt or whatever, that's fine. When you cut everything out, your body craves all of that. And then you're going to not only be miserable, but want all that stuff all the time. I'm not like miserable or craving or starving myself, and I've been on this healthy lifestyle for the last like 3 years. So that actually eating healthy consistently for 3 years. So and I do have 1 free cheat meals a week with that healthy lifestyle, because I do incorporate that. If you don't, great for you. It's really hard to take all that away from yourself and just eat natural 99% of the time, which I do about 80% of the time, but the other 20, I do have a few cheat meals a week. But I could go into so much more depth about each individual one, but my best recommendation is, you know what's good for you, portion size, use your hand, have a bigger lunch, have a bigger breakfast, average lunch, average dinner, with those healthy snacks in between. And like I said, you know what's good for you, you know what's not. Yeah, that's really all I have to say. I wish I could like go on and on, but I don't want this video to be 20 minutes long. So I hope you got some knowledge from this video. If you have any questions, please ask me. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next week on Andy&Han. Peace out.